All right, video number 55. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. So just a little bit about last night. Didn't go at all as well as I thought it would. I kind of sucked. So yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done and definitely need to get better at being in front of people, being on the camera, just talking to an audience. And I think that I thought this would help me get more comfortable, and it definitely is. It's definitely getting me better at just talking, the way I want to, putting effort into it on a regular basis, still saying too many ums and thinking about it. And, it has to be more, fluent and definitely speak slower. I think right now I'm trying to focus on that because I think that was one of my biggest issues is the speed that I'm talking. And I don't think that's so much maybe the clarity of it because I think I'm able to enunciate and speak quickly. I think it's more just the fact that I'm not thinking about it enough of what I'm saying. And I think this applies to everyone, right? This is obviously learning to talk in public or on camera or, in front of other people is a very important skill if you're becoming the face of something. If you have a business, and I was watching, I think today, I'll get into that, but that was and when he says it doesn't matter if you want to or not, right? If you're the CEO, you're the best person at the end of the day. If you're the founder, right? Not CEO. If you're the founder, essentially you're the best person to go and talk about your brand. You're the one who knows it the most. You're the one who's going to be able to reference it the most, right? You're that person. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. You have to get good enough to communicate with people and let them understand your vision. Let them understand what you're saying, what you want, or what you feel, or whatever. So, yeah, going to put work into that. I'm sure over time a lot of it is going to get better just by doing it. There's also going to be a lot of work in it. I'm going to have to look into more learning things. I'm debating or thinking about maybe hosting or doing a podcast. I had a podcast with my cousin a few years ago. And we did it just for a bit. And then it kind of, faded away. We got busy with life and it didn't really work so well. We also weren't putting in too much work into it. And I think that's just something, being younger, not really caring about it too much. But now, with this in mind, right, I think it would be very helpful and beneficial for me, at least to have a podcast to host that, to get used to just speaking to people, to interviewing people, or to listening to people, or just to talking to a real audience. This, unfortunately, at this point, isn't enough of that because there's no audience. But that's part of this, right? And definitely putting in effort. I hope it's visible over the long run, and I mean, it is to me at least. Going back from video one to now, there's obviously an improvement. There's a lot more clarity, a lot, I speak better and things like that. But it's going to have to improve significantly before I can get on stage in front of, a group of investors or something. So yeah, I think obviously there's work that needs to be done, but that's the hope from it, right? I learned a lot. I'm able to review that. I watched it once. I'm gonna probably watch it again, either again later, probably tomorrow or something. Just learn from that and then get further, right? Because that's gonna be a lot. So yeah, that was good. I also saw someone posted a comment, or they posted it a few days ago, but I saw it last night. Because the thing about the channel, right, is I don't want this to become a big thing, right? I don't want it to become a big thing. I don't mind if it becomes big, but I don't want to be putting too much work into this, right? In terms of planning and stuff. Part of it, honestly, is the natural aspect to it, right? There's a natural thing, and part of it is also the time, right? At the end of the day, there's only so much time that I have. I do work a lot, and I think putting a half hour into making these videos a night, at the end of the day, yeah, I could, divide it up and say I'm gonna plan it every night, and then one night actually film a video, which I could do, but I kind of want the daily version. I think that's in my head, that's the most important thing. And until there's an audience to tell me otherwise, that's what we're gonna go with. Um, so yeah, so definitely gonna keep going with the videos like this. At some point, maybe they'll come out with better, editing systems or something will become available that I don't know about. Things like that, right? We'll see what happens. And then these videos will improve. But for now, I kind of like the natural aspect. I like the daily thing. It's day by day, and that's really the point, right? It's the real day by day, and it's little things, little step here, a little thing there that builds on a huge project. right? And that's kind of the goal with this. It's that it's not the big steps that make the difference, right? It's all these little day by day things with an end goal in mind. And of course, there's some much bigger days, right? Like yesterday was I mean, doing the podcast was a bigger thing, right? That was my first podcast coming out of nothing, right? I didn't exist before that, and now I somewhat exist, a few more people. And that's kind of the point, right? It's going to keep growing, hopefully. We have to keep the momentum going and work on that. There's also the competition. So I did put out a post to the team about what's needed and told everyone to start responding and let me know what they think they could help with. We're rushing at this point, right? I don't know if we're gonna get ready on time. I got the quote from the PR agent today for this event. They want to have an answer by the end of the week if we should go forward with this. So I really need to figure out with the team if this is going to be our initial push or maybe we veer to making the ISDC sort of a sample push, right? We reach out to some local media. We have a basic event, right? We're going to have everyone that's there, but we're not going to do the whole. The point of the PR push was, hey, we're going to market this, right? This is going to go out. We're going to put a press release out to all these different new reporting agencies, get a lot, right? Try to get big coverage on this. The thing is, we may not be, I don't think we're ready for big coverage at this point. That's the truth. And I don't think we're going to get there. But no, I don't think, I shouldn't be saying that because if everyone gets together, we definitely could. It's just, it seems like everyone's busy. Everyone does have, it's in the year now, so people are busy with their schools. Some of them are in college, they're writing their theses and stuff. It's just people are busy. It's a busy time, and the fact that we could, this project should take longer. And again, we're rushing to it because of the fact that we have a table, and I think we're going to take advantage of that. But I think it should be a lot more toned down, more of a test for us, really, to see if we can do this. Again, it'll cost more money because we'll have to go and do another event, but that was the plan. We knew we would have to do more events, and that was the plan. So I think that's the direction I'm thinking now. I do need to have our discussion. Tomorrow is relatively quiet. I have a meeting with Mike. Oh, actually, that's not true. I have in the morning, I have an SEO. So, okay. Yeah, so in the morning, I have a meeting with someone who does SEO and stuff like that to see kind of the range of cost, how much that even costs to get done. And then I guess what that could do for a brand like mine to get me noticed in the first place. So that's important. And then number two is obviously, yeah, and I have another meeting later on with Michael. There's also a whole day, there's two different webinars that I want to be paying attention to. So I'll probably have them open. Okay, so just one thing about me, I've gotten used to, and I'm trying more to get used to and to understanding two different audio streams because I feel like that's a very big thing in multitasking. Okay, so the way I work, right, is I try to do as many things at once as possible. And I know that's sometimes more stressful and not always productive. So do whatever works for you. But the way I see it is, yeah, the more knowledge you consume, the better. So it's always, definitely something going on my screen, and then there's TV up there. Definitely something, playing there, some type of informational thing. Or today it was just all day of there was this webinar, which was great, a lot of good information, like I mentioned from previously. There's a bunch of other people speaking for small businesses and the perspective on that, and I don't have a business yet, right? There's no real income in terms of money coming into the company, right? The idea is there, the goal is here. It's just there's no real direct path to income, right? There's if we do this and this and this, we'll get income, and if we do this and this and this, we'll get income, but it still needs to do this and this. And that's what I'm doing now. And that's what these steps are here of doing these initial stages until there's okay, now it's direct path to income, right? So that's going to happen and we're going to get there, I think. We just need to have more of a path. So yeah, that's good there. Uh, but in regards to the meetings, yeah, so I like seeing that, I like seeing all these different ideas, these different places, the way people think about business. It's very interesting and just putting a little bit of effort, I guess, into learning how other people in unrelated businesses or sometimes related to businesses just function and do their things. So yeah, that's really good. Definitely eye contact outside. I feel like, see, there's a lot of little things that you don't notice. I guess when it's just me talking to a camera, it's a little different. But then when I have people around me and they're making comments or they'll help me out, right? And I sent them my pitch decks and I think he's going to review it, which is, great. Hopefully he comments and I told him, be rough, right? Give me all the things. 'Cause at the end of the day, as much as I hate being told down or being told a negative thing, right? Someone saying, I guess negative messages, whatever you want to call it, it's not, it helps, right? At the end of the day, after you get over the whole, oh, you insulted me, you now know something that I mean, maybe didn't know, maybe did know, but also now know that it's bothering someone else, right? Or it's hurting someone else, or it's affecting someone, so someone else just noticed this, right? They noticed that you're not doing this and this. You get about the comment. So someone commented a YouTube video. I started mentioning it, but I didn't really go into it. That's the comment about how to improve the YouTube video. So thank you. It was an older video, and yeah, I kind of lost the name because yeah, whatever. Either way, it was yeah. So he basically said to put first of all to put some tags in, which I'm gonna start doing, and I put into all the old ones. Just I put general into the old ones, and with the new ones, maybe I'll just put random ones. But the point is, right, to just make general tags, and then I also said to make good headlines. And that's important, but the goal, and he said that to go viral. The point is, I don't want to go viral, right? I don't want this to ever go viral. I want, if it takes off and if people start getting interested in this story and what's going on, get interested in it, on a regular basis. Like I don't want to have kind of heat, like a huge up, because then I feel like there's always a massive crash. And for sustainability, for keeping something going in the long run, you want very slow but gradual and continuous, and it can expand on itself. It hopefully will grow bigger and bigger if it gets that way. If not, though, I definitely don't want it to go viral, right? I don't want these videos to be everywhere someday all at once. I do want it to be sort of if you're interested in this, this is the story. If you're not interested, don't be, then don't be interested. That's fine. Um, everyone has their own thing. There's just so many stories and things going on. Whatever's interesting to you is what you should be watching and paying attention to. Um, yeah, like at the end of the day, that's that. So yeah, so about the comments, yeah. So I'm gonna I still want it to be headlines that kind of make sense with what's going on, but also specifically. And I've had times where I was like, okay, I could put something that'll get a little bit of attention, but may not be as interesting. And it's the same with the images, right? As of right now, all the what are they called? The images that you have on YouTube right away. The snapshot, not snapshot. What's it called? Whatever. That picture, it's generic, right? And that's the point. I don't want to be drawing in people that aren't interested, I guess. And it's sort of the type where you stumble into it. This is the story. It's interesting. That's amazing. If not, like I said, it's whatever ends up happening, right? Whether I succeed or not, whether anything ends up working out or not, we don't know now. There's no way to know, and I'm gonna keep working this, and hopefully, the team grows, and hopefully we become more people and become a bigger force and actually start making big differences. But either way, stuff are moving, right? And the journey is what this is, right? This is about the journey. This channel, these videos are all about the journey, about what I'm doing here and what we're trying to do. Um, so yeah, so essentially that's that. Just a little bit about something in the marketing side. If you do a business, maybe give me your insight, what you think. If you're watching this now, the marketing. So I'm debating between if it's worth spending the money on market, or first of all, it's worth spending money on marketing, but second is it worth spending money on marketing now also for this specific event. So money on marketing, marketing is expensive, or PR, not marketing. Marketing is expensive too, and we need both, right? PR is more for the release. I think that's going to be valuable, and then over time we'll have marketing. The point is, the marketing and the PR is going to draw in people to bring money into the company to be able to keep paying for this and keep it running. So it's kind of like I mean, obviously it's a risk in business, just I guess kind of what I said at the beginning is at this point, I don't see that risk being worth it because I don't see us having enough impact if we get media, right? We can pay for the marketing and not get anyone to show up, just, no one cares. But if we do get people to show up, which is the hope, we still need to impress them. We still need to make them want to talk about us. So yeah, I'm not sure about this. Going for it with this one, I have a meeting with her on Thursday. We'll go over it then. A bit very busy. I have a lot of meetings Thursday actually, so I'll get into all those stuff probably tomorrow or on Thursday. But either way, yeah, hope you learned something. Hope it made sense. Thank you, and yeah, comment. Let me know. I need feedback. So yeah, please, and good luck.